Here's a really cool serving strategy you need to add to your singles service games. And it is, I want you to add maybe 2 serves a set. I want you to stand out here when serving. The reason is a couple-fold. First, it gives the ball a completely different angle into the opponent's box. They now have to deal with a ball they're not typically used to when playing singles. Another is it helps you to serve out wide, both on the deuce and on the ad side. If you're someone who struggles hitting out wide serves when you typically stand near the center mark, when you come over here, now the angle of the court is such that, not that one, let me hit it out wide, there we go. Now the angle of the court really pulls them off outside the doubles line, and now they're dealing with a completely different situation. What I want you to notice is when you do this, if your opponent is moving over, if we think about it from this position, I don't even know if the camera can see me right now, but when you stand where you typically do, your opponent has a certain place they stand. Well, if you come over here, notice, are they moving? What most players do is they will not change where they stand when returning serve against someone who's standing over here. And if they don't, that means it is really easy to pull the ball off the court and hit an ace. If they do move over, now it's easier to serve to their backhand, if you can make it. There we go. And now you're giving them the return that maybe they don't want, which is their weaker side. The same thing applies on the ad side. Standing farther over gives you a serve and an angle and the opportunity to put your opponent in a situation they're typically not in. Use this sparingly, once or twice a set, and the chances of winning the point go way up for those few serves. If you do it too often, your opponent can start to get the hang of it and start to get the feel of it, and maybe the winning percentage goes down on this play. I will tell you one rule in tennis that you cannot break, and that is when you stand out wide, you can only stand as far out wide as the court you're on when it comes to serving. So when I'm playing singles, the farthest I can stand is the singles line. It would be against the rules, for instance, to stand here and serve in singles because I'm outside of the court I'm using. So if you're playing singles, this is as far out as you can go. We think of foot faults in tennis as standing in front of the baseline to hit a serve. But a foot fault is also standing to the outside of the court and serving, outside the court that you're using. So here would be fine for doubles, but not for singles, so I would have to stand right here. So let me hit a few serves, and I'm gonna see how far out wide I can pull the opponent. And I'm gonna make sure I do not cross the line. I can contact out there. I can break the plane with my racket, I just cannot break the plane with my feet. There we go. Whew. That's an ace. That is an ace. Oh, man. And then you move over, right? Well, if you move over on that serve, there's no reason to. That ball was an ace. Now, if they do move, if you see them move over, then you can just serve to the tee. I don't know if you could see where that ball landed. That ball was absolutely perfect. And then at that point, your opponent has no idea what you're gonna do. All right, let me do this on the ad side. Now, if you're looking for even more ways to outsmart your opponents, then you got to pick up the Singles and Doubles Playbooks from Fuzzy Yellow Balls. Just use my link in the description. I'm also going to pin it in the first comment. To be able to use professional strategies against your opponents are definitely going to give you an advantage. Also, if you're looking for new people in your local area to play against or practice with, or maybe even find a coach who's close to you who's going to help you level up your game and your strategy, then also use my link in the description and in the first comment, playyourcourt.com/2minutetennis. And when you use my link to sign up for Play Your Court, you get 50% off. All right, you don't have to stand in the middle when you are serving. You can stand out here in singles. Again, just make sure that you don't cross outside of that imaginary extended singles line. Here's one thing that I've noticed about doing this over the years. If your opponent typically stands here, if you go over here, if they're not used to this, they're going to stay right here. And then the angle out wide is ridiculous. They will get aced a couple times by you. And by that point, you've probably already used up your couple times. Because remember, you're not going to do this a lot. You can do this every so often. And what it does is it means that you now have a better angle. But if they do move over here and to actually bisect where you can hit the ball, then it actually becomes easier to hit down the tee and ace them or hit it to their weaker side. And what's really cool is as soon as you serve, you move back over. If you pull them way out here, they hit it back. You have an instant +1 or serve +1 strategy in order to beat your opponent. And the same thing applies. I love doing this on the ad side. As a righty, absolutely love it because now I get this really great angle out wide to the opponent's backhand. Don't think that they're just going to lace a ball right down the line for a winner. It simply doesn't happen. I'm speaking from 38 years of experience. The moment you serve, just move over a little bit. They'll hit the ball more back towards you, and then boom, you've got the serve +1 easy. Maybe twice a set. Serve from out wide, out where you would think you would serve in doubles. And there's no doubt you're going to gain confidence, win more matches, and play much better tennis. This is Ryan Reedy from 2minutetennis.net. You got this.